Hello and welcome to my trading channel. I would like to explain you one thing what is coming up in the next days, weeks and months. It's actually the Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin drop into the price before the actual bull run will continue, and the halving is coming into the spring. Currently we will see some pullback, but the question is where it will stop and where we can open the trades with the leverage for the upside, because the key is to open the long trade also for the kind of long term with the leverage, so that you can actually bring home nice profits. That's what everybody wants to know currently, where actually to get into the market. So if you are willing to trade with the spot and just want to buy the Bitcoin, then you can already start buying it now and continue buying with the larger amounts by the price is going down. But if you really want to benefit from the leverage and also don't want to risk that much of your own money or you don't have that much your own money, then the best is to wait a little bit longer, because currently, as we see on the chart, I have drawn two squares here in the price range from the 38 to the 36, and also from the 32 to the 30. Those are the two ranges which are most likely will be hit. The first one is the one which is the most likely scenario. The second one is not that big of the chance, but it's still possible, as anything in the markets is usually possible, but we have to take into account the most likely scenario and prepare for the worst. So, that being said, I would like you to pay attention not only on those drawings on the chart, which are still important to know. It's not like that there is trend lines, Fibonacci's, and also volume metrics and patterns. They are still important because a lot of people are using them, and you have to know what the other people are using, and you have to know what the other people are doing when they see those patterns, because that influence the supply and demand, that influence actually those limit orders, that influence the impulse, where the impulse comes. So my trading is never based only on those patterns. It's never based just on the chart. It's all together with a lot of different things and fundamentals and also order book and etc. But currently, what the chart says that the picture is so that also this level at around 41K. So basically, that might not hold for long, and we might go down to the levels, to the lower levels. I will explain you shortly why, because currently this volume metrics and the order book metrics shows a little bit a different picture than from that we can see on the chart. Moment here on this Binance Perpetual Futures BTC USDT. As we see, this is the order book for the Binance futures, and there we see that a large volume for the order books for the buy orders are standing at 38, 36,000 currently, and the sales orders are at 44, 47, 51. But that is definitely less likely to reach there, because we need the impulse to reach actually those levels, and currently there is no buy impulse nearby to reach those levels. We can gather the impulse on the levels of where there is actually the order book filled with the orders. and that currently stands at $36,000, maybe 35 even. So that is the most likely scenario currently. That's what actually the BTC futures say. But let's see what the spot says. Spot value says that also 36,000, 37,000. There is large volume standing and waiting for the price to reach those levels. It can happen that when we are getting close to those levels, then there is this called shortage, called the slippage, and actually that we do not reach the level itself because the orders are filled a little faster. That also happens also when we coming close to those levels where there are standing a lot of orders. Those amounts of orders used to change rapidly changing. Therefore, it's safer to open the trade a little bit before the level and then actually after the level. And the second place where to open it, it's just when those zones of the large volume is hit, then we see that the volume going strongly, and then we see also the first impulse over favorable direction, and then with a little pullback coming afterwards, then is also really good time to enter the market and enter it with the leverage. Hopefully, then we will never see the price such low again in this bull market. In this bull cycle, we might not see prices again on the 30, 35, 38,000 region. And that means that the next target for the Bitcoin will be new all-time highs, probably 100K afterwards. And on all this range, you can make a huge amount of profit if you are entered with the leverage on the right time in the right market phase. That's about Bitcoin currently and what we can expect in the coming days, coming weeks, and coming months. Now I would like to also pay a little bit attention, which can influence in some case also Bitcoin, and that is investing calendar, economic calendar. For the next coming week, we see that there are also those interest rate decisions coming up for the ECB, European Central Bank, as well as for the for the Canadian Central Bank, and probably also for USD. Let's see, we have it here. Seems likely that not yet this week, but those decisions currently they stand so that there is no change in the interest rates, and there is like minor possibility that there are some real changes upwards or downwards, even with 0.25%. That is quite likely not to happen. Therefore, it's already taken into account into the market, and we see also this on Tuesday already buy interest rate decision for Japan, which also will stay in the same level. If they are staying in the same level, they are not going to be the market movers because it's already taken into account. But if we see some surprise from any central bank around the world this week, which have to decide these interest rates, and they are actually taking them to the higher levels or taking them to the lower levels, then that is definitely the best trading option for the week ahead. And that is the option to make money in the short term very quickly with high possibility. Therefore, when those things happening, we have to be nearby and we have to monitor what is happening into the market. So that being said, I would like to also add that basically the Bitcoin, it doesn't affect a lot, only USD interest rate decisions affect Bitcoin. So about current situation into the Bitcoin and our strategy towards the opening long trade on the Bitcoin in the coming weeks. Second thing I can also share with you is our robot, which is currently doing pretty nice. As we see that there was this last 3 trades have been just brilliant, starting from the small one with the profit of 5%. That's really not that much. Then the next one with the profit of around already 10%. And then the last one was just brilliant, taking home over 50% profit. That's 56% profit. That's brilliant. And then currently it's shorting the market, and most likely it's again will be the profitable trade. It's now standing into the profit, and if it go down to at least 38K, then it's definitely a profitable trade. If we do not bounce like the rocket backwards, then it will be the profitable trade. Again, if it bounces again back as a rocket into the 1 day to the new, I don't know, 44, 45K, then it opens again the long trade, and then probably this correction is over, current correction is over, and we are going to the new highs. What else I wanted to tell to you is that in those bull runs, there is typical to have corrections. Corrections are typically around 30 to 40% from the market high. And currently, we are facing one of those corrections, and currently it stands at 17%. It's basically half of the correction which used to happen into the bull markets, because those 30-40% corrections are due to fact that we have to kick out leveraged players to actually bounce higher. That we can see also in the previous place. How much is this? That's around 20%. It's not really that much yet. Maybe not the best example, because actually the bull market is just beginning, and the best place to show what's happening into the bull market is look back to the previous one. So if we look back to the previous one, then we can also lines just to be easier to see what is going on, and going backwards to here, we can actually catch pretty nicely those bumps are typically up around heights. As here it's like 30%. Also, this one is 6%. Then here again we have 18%. So those things happen, and that we have to take into account, and that we have to be prepared for, because if we want to enter with the leverage, then we have to be prepared for corrections of 20, 30, and even more percent. That's why we have to enter the market when we actually have such a correction. So therefore, yeah, that's our strategy. That's it for now. If you do not have any account for the crypto, then I suggest you to open the Bybit account. We have a link with the nice discounts on the commissions too. Also, bonus for the new participants and for the new traders, investors. They're up to 30. So, and also if you are using some other exchanges than Bybit, then I really suggest you to turn to Bybit. It's currently probably the most reliable one in the markets. I'm not going much into details why, because it basically have a liquidity. They don't use your account for the trading. They don't trade with your assets. They have liquidity for all of the assets, and that means that it's sustainable. And also for the next bull cycle, definitely there is not that much to worry about exchange because it's gonna be booming and there will be more money coming in. Usually those issues comes with the exchanges on the times when there is this low cycle, there is no bull cycle, when there is bear cycle, when there is a lot of kicking out of the leverage, a lot of bankruptcy and so on, then there is actually the truth reveals on those times. And currently there is not that much to worry about exchange. And also Bybit is really good because it really have a really nice commissions, and that is absolutely necessary to have if you want to trade. If you want to actually also use some smaller coins, the commissions are so important because commissions can equal a lot of your profit you are trading on daily basis. Oh, for that being said, I would like to thank you for your attention today. Please visit also our site AI Invest Lab for more information regarding the robot because it have been like just amazing for the last 5 years. For the last year, it made more than 100% into the profit. It's not like in and out trader. It's not like a bot which trades a lot of times. It's more about swing trading and longer trades and more predictable ones and with a lot more probability to be right than wrong and a lot more sustainable in that way. It doesn't make you rich quick, but it's really working nicely. And also it basically improves your buy and hold strategy by a couple of times because it's also shorting the market as you can see here. Not only takes all it can take for the price going up, it also takes nice profit for the price going down. And do not use leverage. Do not use leverage. If you want, it's still possible that you add also some leverage on it, but then it's a recommendation not more than 5x, because then we are sure that you are not gonna be kicked, and then we are sure that it's still gonna be working. So about the robot and everything else we are offering in our service, still be free to see our homepage, and it's also possible to book consultation with us to know more about our service. So thank you for now. See you next time.